Annoying pesky science has always been irritating us, while we simply want to enjoy a good mystery with a little fear and a little thrill. That's when the science nerd comes in to ruin the magic. Well, actually, ghosts don't exist. But today, we need some of those nerd explanations to get us through some of the creepiest phenomena. Now we will finally know why those shoed feet keep washing up on your beach shore. But before we solve this gruesome mystery, don't forget to subscribe and click the notification button to get updated with new interesting videos like this one. Let's get started. If you didn't know already, it has been happening since 2007 that severed feet kept washing up on the shores on the Pacific Northwest. Since then, 14 shoed feet have been found. And of course, the mystery was unsolved for the longest time. Police were unable to find any evidence of this serial killer who has a strange foot fetish. On full moon nights, he used to walk on the shore on the beach. Everyone living nearby wondered why a man wearing a raincoat would come to the beach in the evenings. A few of the neighboring people talked to him to get to know him a little. But he was awfully quiet. His hands would always be fumbling with something in his pocket, and he always looked like something was weighing him down. He would stay there admiring the moon for the longest time, until there would be no one left on the beach to accompany him. When everyone would leave, he would finally relieve the burden from his shoulders. He would take off the raincoat and empty his pocket of that day's offering on a small raft. He was tired. He had to work hard to gather that day's offering. The girl kept banging on his head as he took out his saw. He shook off his thoughts and continued with his secret rituals. And just then, the science nerd walked up behind him and shone the flashlight in his eye. "Dude, it's not your fault. It was Mother Nature." "Darn it, you science nerd. We were enjoying the murder mystery and you had to come along." Now let's know what's the real deal with these severed feet on the shore. After the latest foot was inspected, police discovered it was the foot of a suicide individual. And as a matter of fact, among most of the feet, suicide turned out to be a common trait, with the others belonging to individuals that died in accidents at sea. We understand that there may be suicide victims and accidental deaths that wash up on shore, but we only found their feet. The answer to this mystery is simple. The man wearing the raincoat would cut off the feet of dead corpses, not live people, and then he would give his offering to the sea. Just kidding. The explanation is pretty simple. Dead things decompose, and when they are floating out at sea, they get nibbled on by fish. In this case, the feet were protected by the sturdy shoes and escaped the same fate as the rest of the body went through, and eventually made its way to shore. Hold on there, science nerd. People have been dying out at sea since the dawn of time. You have been finding shoes since 2007. May I continue? Yes, so even that can be explained. Around 2007 was the time when shoe companies started to manufacture their shoes with air pockets and foam into their designs, making them buoyant and durable in water. Now that all this foot fetish serial killer has been solved, we have nothing to worry about, except for the fact that there has only been one of each pair that washed up on shore. Now we just have to wait for the other ones that could be bouncing around anywhere in the middle of the sea. Now here's another creepy phenomena to get your brains working on. It all starts from the entrance of the Overtoun Bridge in Scotland, the only way you can make it to the Overtoun Manor. On most days of the year, the area is left deserted. None of the locals have the courage to go over to Overtoun Manor, because crossing that bridge might mean losing a dear friend. Since 1950, 50 dogs have jumped off the bridge to meet their watery graves. The locals believe the bridge was cursed. They blamed the soul of the White Lady of Overtoun as the spectral Cruella de Vil. Things just got worse in 1994 when a psychotic man threw his newborn off the bridge, claiming it was the Antichrist. Many years have passed since the 50s, and over 600 dogs jumped off the Overtoun Bridge. Not all died, but the ones that didn't took their second try. Soon enough, however, the science nerd came around and became skeptic of these incidents that kept occurring on the bridge, and realized most of the deaths occurred with long-nosed dogs. They went out in search to find the missing piece of the puzzle, and turned out it was at the bottom of the bridge. In the 1950s, minks had escaped from nearby fur farms and started settling under the bridge. With this small clue, canine psychologist Dr. David Sands went through a few experiments where he used the scents of different animal species of that area to find what attracted dogs the most, and of course it was the mink. The solution lies at the end of the bridge after all. The dogs would become ensorcelled by the smell of the minks that would travel down the stream, and immediately start chasing it, not realizing there was a 50-foot drop between it and the mink. The Scottish Society for the Prevention of Cruelty to Animals says with not enough evidence nothing can be said for sure. But come on, it definitely wasn't the White Lady of Overtoun whispering "Here boy" that makes the dogs go woof. The last mystery for today, the one that made ordinary people along with nerdy people go bananas, it's the mysterious hum, a cosmic mumbling that occurs in places as diverse as Taos, New Mexico, and England that had driven many people insane. Something that suddenly made Sunday morning unbearable. A sound that felt like something terrible was about to happen. A sound that made people doubt if the end of the world was an actual thing. Of course, there were the superstitious ones who made up a bunch of hocus pocus and blowed at their dandelions to make the evil spirits stop humming. But nothing worked. Even the science nerds were baffled by this suspicious hum that would erupt all of a sudden in places near the shore. People often used to blame it on submarines and factories, or other sources that could cause local nuisances. But that was only when they couldn't find any other explanation. What the real question was that why some people heard it and others didn't. They would even describe the noise differently. Some say it was a hum, while others say it was a buzz or a whir, or why it would occur randomly. And all of a sudden, somewhere on the other side of the globe, the same sound would occur randomly some years later. The situation wasn't something you could just overlook. It wasn't anything like the hum of a mosquito that would buzz by your ear. People began reporting the hum was causing headaches and nosebleeds, and in one case even drove an individual to suicide. Of course, with the cosmos making annoying humming noises that you can't swat with your electric bat, the science nerd didn't sleep for the next few years. This time, thanks to our science nerds in France, we have found an explanation, but unfortunately not a solution. It's time for the big reveal. The culprit is hardcore wet grinding. Now, what in the world is that? It occurs when long waves put pressure on the seabed that makes the Earth oscillate. The continuous vibration causes this seismic humming that could last up to 5 minutes. There is nothing to worry or nothing paranormal about this mysterious humming, but the downside, of course, is that we can't make the Earth shut up. Let's look on the bright side. Most of us will never hear it in our lifetime. Only a few number of people will have to go through these 5 minutes of annoying hum. If you are one of the special few, comment down in the section below and share with us your experience, and while you're doing that, don't forget to give a like and a thumbs up.